Hi, everyone. I'm Stella Sibi. I'm a fitness and health coach and the host of this Inspire show. We always speaking about health and mindset. And today my guest is Inesa Ponomariovaite, or maybe she will say correctly her second name. Um, Hi, Inesa.
Hi, good evening. How are you today?
Can you tell me your name correctly?
Yes, it's a complicated one, so definitely I would like to help you. It's Ponomariovaite.
Ponomariovaite. Okay, you are a CEO of Nessa's Hemp. Uh, am I right?
Yes, CEO and founder, absolutely.
Can you introduce yourself? What are you doing?
Um, I am actually doing a lot of things. But the world knows me only for a few things, and such as I created a first biological hemp product on the market that is to be certified the cleanest, safest, and most effective. And I also coach people wellness. So we do have a program, it's called Regenesis 369. And in that 6 month program, we help people to transform their health completely. And we do provide actually guarantee of results, which is probably one of the very few companies in the world can do that. So yeah, product company and health coaching is probably those two things that people know me the most, besides another 17 things I'm doing behind the scenes.
Oh, it's amazing. Um, Probably you have your story. Why did you start this wellness coaching uh, and why did you find this hemp and why did you make your company? What
Yeah.
is your story?
Mm. Yeah, I tell people all the time it would be hard for them to understand a product and why I'm so passionate unless it was for the story. So I think the story started very young age when I was still living back home in Lithuania. And I always felt for people. I always wanted to help people. I always wanted to do something for them, but I just was a young little girl and I didn't know why I had this big heart until later on in my years of my life. But also when I lived back home, I was very sick and my mother did not know any better. So she used to take me to doctors and doctors used to put me on the pharmaceutical drugs. And of course, these
Mm.
drugs never fixed my problem. And they just helped me to improve, but never fixed the problem. And that led me eventually, by age 25, which is I was already living in the United States, I was extremely sick. I've been on the pills since a childhood. And now all the stress I was going through in my life when I came in America, I that stress triggered my health even worse. And of course, I was very, very ill. I can't even imagine I was that person actually. So with that being said, I kind of got a little bit upset because I looked back and I said, what I'm doing wrong, because I am in the best country in the world. I have the best medical care. I have the best doctors, but my health is not getting better. In fact, it's getting worse. And as I remember, I used to get worse since I was a child. I started these issues and I'm getting worse. And now I'm like young adult and I'm like really unhealthy. So with that being said, that was disappointment because I knew I'm in the best country. I knew I'm in the best medical system, but nothing was helping. In fact, doctors kept putting me on more steroids, more medications, and it got to the point where I was truly sitting in an emergency room once or twice a month. So it became my new norm, which just was not okay. So I looked back and I said, I gotta change something. There's no way in the world, there is no cure for my illnesses that I had. I had lung infections, kidney infections, UTIs, all kinds of things, absolutely
Mm.
non-stop. And I looked back and I said, okay, now I want to see what I did all these years that I never did in the past, what I'm not doing today and I'm doing all these years. So I said, I never tried anything different outside pharmaceuticals. I never looked for another doctor. I never tried to talk to anybody else. I just always took another drug, another pill. So I said, I'm going to change this and I'm going to start talking to people. And I start talking to people. They actually suggest me to change my lifestyle, my diet. I started working
Mm-hmm.
out. I started changing my water. You would be surprised how critical it is to have an extremely good water filtration systems in the house. I mean, you cannot drink that water, especially what we have in the United States. I don't know what's going on in other countries, but especially here, water is extremely bad. So I
Mm-hmm.
changed my water, I changed my diet, I changed everything what I do. And surprisingly enough, short enough, I actually was able to start improving myself. And I know I've been sick for the whole life, and now I'm improving, and I'm not taking any drugs. So that was super exciting to me because I was like, wait a minute, like that's incredible. And I just stick with my plan. And within 1 year, I was able to completely transform my health. Sticking with this new regimen that I had, and I'll be honest with you, that time I really didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
whenever people told me drink juices, do this, to change the waters. And I was just, of course, do a little research and I would just follow because when you're so desperate, when you're so sick, at this point you don't care to try anything, as long as it's getting better. So, but that was like a point where kind of planted a seed in my brain that a natural route, holistic medicine, food, it was my solution. So it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't enough for me to say, oh my gosh, I'm gonna create Nestle's Hemp or change the world or make the world a better place. But it was a good message that it planted a seed in my brain until the next life event in my life, which is my mother's cancer. And
Oh.
and yeah, exactly. And that's what happened when she actually got cancer. That was years later after I was already super healthy. I've been healthy since then.
Oh.
And she actually was diagnosed with cancer. And she said to me that I have 6 months left to live. She called me over the phone and I said, Mom, you don't have 6 months to live. I said, I always knew and I always know there is a solution for cancer. I just don't know what the solution is. And I will do whatever it takes to figure out that solution for cancer. And the same day she actually called me, the same day I took off and left the United States to help my mother. And I started major research and spent tens of thousands of hours on cancer research. And I was able to help my mom. We did no chemo, no radiation. And as a result, my mom became very healthy. And she was
Wow.
cancer free actually 4 months later. And
Beautiful.
yeah, and as I said, it is beautiful because I was able, like when my mom told me that she got cancer, I simply saw this beautiful vision of her being healthy, and then I saw like thousands of people's being healthy. I did not know how God wants me to do this whole thing. That time, now I do. It's so loud and clear every single day. But that time I didn't know. And it was just beautiful because I just simply saw the vision of what I'm
Mm-hmm.
living today years ago. And I trusted the process. I trusted that's what I have to do. So my mom's, it wasn't for my mom's cancer, today would be a lot of people would be dead. So because I helped her, I helped many others. And these many others today are happy, alive, living their fulfilled life. And I truly believe in holistic medicine because I proved that we have a nature cures in our lives. We just need to know how to use these tools. And I proved it with my own mother, with my own health, and I proved with many other hundreds, not of thousands of people today that I worked with in very critical health conditions. So I became this wellness coach. As a wellness coach, you kind of need to know everything. You need to know what's in these bottles. You need to know what's in water. You need to know everything about everything because toxins are everywhere. And if you're gonna,
Yes.
you know, suggest someone a good product or a good company, you really need to know exactly what they're selling. Otherwise, your clients are, it's gonna get worse instead get better. So, it's a huge responsibility. People don't think about this, but it is. Like you really need to know what's going on. So that's what happened to me. Sorry. Uh, that's what happened to me is that I have to really investigate the cannabis industry because cannabis industry had zero regulations, zero laws, zero regulations how to produce these products. So, and I actually traveled the country, which is United States, and I was looking for the cleanest, safest product on the market. And I discovered that not single one company in the United States is selling a natural version of hemp oil. All of them are selling CBD. In fact, CBD, by the way, it's a drug. It's not a natural version. I mean, we
Uh-huh.
got tricked again by pharmaceutical companies because CBD is patented as a drug. We both know you can't patent nature. You can patent spinach. You can patent apple. If you're patenting something, that means it's not natural. It's adulterated. So when
Mm-hmm.
I found out the whole country sells the drug and there's no natural version of this plant, and when I find out that these drugs are sold on the market today actually full of toxins and there is
Mm.
no regulations to keep them accountable for that, I got super scared because
It's
I
sad.
knew, yeah, it is scary, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how
So
did
I,
you know where to find the right one? And how did
I
you actually think about hemp, about cannabis? Why did you
so
find that
yeah,
solution?
that's the what happened is the way I verified that products are not good is just I simply used my personal money to test every single product on the market in the laboratories. So when people used to say me something, I was like, nope, don't tell me anything. I'm gonna know exactly what's in these products on my own because I'm not gonna trust what you're telling me because I learned the hard way. Everybody tells you whatever they want to tell you. And I was one of those
Mm-hmm.
victims, and my family was one of those victims. And I said, I'm not gonna be this person who's gonna take whatever you tell me. I'm gonna know for a fact exactly what's in it. So I tested these products myself with my own personal money, which I spent tens of thousands of dollars on this whole investigation. And and that's how I discovered the entire industry is absolutely misrepresenting the plant. And I'm not saying like 95%. I'm talking about 99% of the industry. This is how bad it is. Misrepresenting the plant and also the not selling something what's very healthy in terms clean because hemp plant itself is a soil cleaner. So in order to grow hemp, you have to grow in extremely healthy soil, clean soil.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the nature, hemp it grabs every single toxin more than any plant on the earth.
Wow.
Yeah, hemp is the best soil cleaner. So if you want to grow hemp for medicinal purposes, you have to grow in very, very clean soil. And
Yeah, it's
nobody wants
understandable. Yes.
Yeah, nobody wants to do clean soil because it takes the years of preparation. Nobody wants to, everybody wants to sell now, immediately. So they don't care what they sell as long as they sell. So when I discovered this, I said, I said, it can't be everybody wrong. That means I am wrong because I gotta find somebody. So I thought I'm going crazy. So I decided to contact #1 professors in the world, the ones who discovered human endocannabinoid system. An endocannabinoid system is actually something that lives in our bodies. It operates the whole our system. Like it's the one of the most essential systems, organs, whatever you call that, in your body. And our doctors, of course, don't even know about the system. They know about central nervous system, they know about your liver, but they don't even know about your endocannabinoid system. So with that being said, I got kind of confused, and I called up few professors in the world, the ones that are like very well educated, well known, Nobel Prize doctors, winners, and I said, if I'm going crazy or the world is going crazy, because this is what I just find out. I find out every single product was full of toxins, and it's CBD, and CBD is a drug, and CBDA, which is a natural version of the plant, a God's given original version of the plant, it's not even been talked about. Nobody is even touching the subject. There's zero research. There's nobody. And I'm like, why? And he said, because you can't patent CBDA. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right. That means you can't own the market. It belongs to people. That's it. Nobody can control it.
Huh.
And I'm like, oh, I got it now. And I said, what if I said I'll come up with product or something? Is like, good luck. It's like, you're not gonna win this game. It's complicated. Everybody is gonna go against you. And I said,
Yeah.
okay. I said, do you believe I'm gonna do the right thing for humanity? He said, absolutely yes. But if you will decide to do that, it's gonna be super hard for you. And he was right. It wasn't easy. It's still not easy, but it happened, right? So it took me a couple of years after I discussed this topic with a few professors, one from Harvard, Stanford, and Israel. I actually really jumped into the action to figure out how I'm going to create a product that has very clean soil, healthy plants, great extraction process with no chemicals in it, and as a benefit to humanity. And of course, it took me a little while. I mean, it took me a couple of years, but I was able to create this. So that's exactly how Nestle's Hemp was born. It wasn't by choice. It wasn't because I wanted to start the company. As professor said from Israel, he said, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna have everyone against you, including banking systems, including marketing, including everything. Other companies, everybody's gonna go against you. And I said, I don't care. As long as I'm doing what's right for humanity, I'm gonna follow what's good for plant, for God, and for people. So yeah, and that's how I actually just started the company. And today the company is the certified to be the #1 cleanest, safest, and most effective product in the market by one of FDA registered laboratories.
Ah. And as I read, it's 1,000 times stronger than the other CBD oils.
Yes, in this product itself is way more effective and way more stronger than any CBD product on the market. No matter what kind of product you're gonna buy, no matter what brand, because this is the original version. This is exactly how nature intended to be. This is how God created. This is not even me creating this product. I am just a middleman. I am just a middle guy between God and between the nature and people. God created this, not me. I can't ever take the credit. I just figured out how to make the healthy plants, healthy soil. I just figured out how to make all the extraction processes to keep the chemistry, to keep these compounds living to the finished bottle. So that's why when people say I tried CBD doesn't work, or my CBD gave me anxiety, or I don't know if it's working, I said, I promise you, try Inesa's, it will work. I never seen a one person that somebody ever said that this product did not work for them. It's 100%. It's 100%. It's never 99. It's always 100%.
And for what we can use it? For which chronic diseases or cancer just, or what else?
I'll ask you a question right now. What you can use for air that you breathe?
For my body to live.
Exactly. So this is exact same answer, because what we have in this bottle, your body already produces when you were born. In this bottle, there's nothing in it that's it's outside your body.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like if I'm giving you a bag of oxygen. Your body needs oxygen, you need oxygen. You see what I'm saying? The problem is with this whole thing that when you born, you have this endocannabinoid system. And the system regulates every single organ, almost every single organ, every system in your body, including central nervous system, which is the most essential thing there is. So now you have that system running the whole systems, but when you get older, that system is no longer operating well, don't produce these cannabinoids anymore, because you are exposed to crazy government's agenda or medical pharmaceuticals. Not necessarily government, but I'm talking about pharmaceuticals. So why? Because you drink alcohol, you have stress, you eat metals, you eat mold, you drink moldy coffee, you everything return is toxins. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing clean. I don't know anything clean. For me to find something clean, I have to go out of my way every single day. So now when your body is exposed to these toxins, now you stop producing these cannabinoids for that main system that's
Mm-hmm.
responsible to regulate the systems in the body. So when you say like what is good for you, you are putting oxygen in your body so you can breathe again and you can live again. You need this no matter what. You can't function with this.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm going crazy, because by the law, as of today, federal government, at least in the United States, did not regulate this to the federal level. It's almost saying to me, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make for you to breathe illegal. Mr. Federal Government, this is part of my body. I was born with this, and my body, in order to function, need these cannabinoids for me to survive, so they can regulate these systems in the body so I can be healthy again. So that's why when people take, they empower let's see, if you're sick or you're not sick. If you're sick, they empower endocannabinoid system and immediately sends the signal to fight, because it activates your organs, it activates
Mm-hmm.
everything. So when people say, what is going to help you? It's with everything. There's nothing is not going to help you with. You have ear infection, it's going to help you with ear infection. You have skin problems, get rid of your wrinkles. You hurt yourself, apply it actually as your lotion, and next day you have no bruise. It's just from everything. There's nothing is not gonna help you, but at least I'm not aware of it. And I'm not making any claims right now. I'm just saying that I personally never seen this not helping people with a lot of things. Truly a lot. I mean, I seen people try and get pregnant, they couldn't get it. Now they use the product, help him to get pregnant. At least they think it did, because they tried everything
Mm-hmm.
under the sun and nothing helped except they changed one thing. in their lifestyle, and I see people with prostate issues, I see people with mental issues, I see people with vision, I see people with hair growth, I see people with liver, I see people with spleen, gut, workouts, recoveries, everything. That's what I said. I'm going crazy by understanding how this is essential to us, and not single one doctor is even educated in the medical field on endocannabinoid system, and our federal government says this is still illegal for you in a federal level. I'm like, what's going on?
So it doesn't matter what is your problem, it will fix it.
I cannot make any claims, but definitely is going to balance your body. It definitely will. It might not fix the whole problem completely. That's a big claim to make. It's not going to cure your cancer. It's going to improve you. It's going to help you to fight your cancer. It's not gonna, this is not a miracle cure. It's something, how to explain it even better? It's almost like you have a person who is not healthy, and this person right now, we take the oxygen away from them. So for me, this is almost like putting oxygen back to your body and say, yes, you still need to fix your health problems. Putting oxygen back is going to help you to fight your health problems. It's just essential thing. It's just, again, it was developed this by God, designed to be in our bodies. So it's not, he created the system for a reason in our bodies, in our temples. So if he created, that means it had a major functionality. But because we lose it by age 20, 22, 23, 18, now we need to fulfill our bodies again with something nice, clean, and safe, so you can optimize entire functionalities in your systems and feel again like a child.
So maybe it's activate our stem cells too, because this is very important in our body, our stem cells, how it's working. It's
Absolutely.
probably has impact on stem cells too.
Yes.
So your mother now it's healthy from this CBD oil. It's helped her.
I did more than hemp oil for my mom. As I said, like, if somebody thinks this is a miracle cure for cancer, it's absolutely not. I can't make such a claims. I wish I could, and I wish we had a one magic pill. But we did a lot for my mother. We changed the lifestyle, we changed everything. We cut off the dairy products, meat products. We definitely changed the waters. In Lithuania, the water systems are so bad. The water's so bad. It's incredible. I could not believe when I go there, I can't even shower in the tap water. It's incredible. People like drinking, washing their foods. I'm like, oh my goodness. So we did a lot for my mother, but yes, she is cancer free. She's been cancer free for this entire time, and she's actually coming in the United States soon. And she tells everybody, you should never do chemo.
So nice. So actually, you saying we have to change our lifestyle, not just because somebody gets sick or get cancer. We have to change our lifestyle first of all because of our body, and we can help with some supplements like your hemp, like your CBDA. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you change or you don't change your lifestyle. Taking the product always gonna help you no matter what. And but changing the lifestyle and taking the product, you're definitely gonna speed up the results like it's no tomorrow. So no questions about it. Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna see major beautiful changes in your body and your all mental and everything. Actually, it's incredible.
uh, if you could go back in time and change something or say something to yourself, to your younger self, what it will be?
from my younger self would be that I'm unlimited, I'm limitless, and I would never allow anyone to tell me anything less. And yes, I would tell myself that I can truly achieve anything I want. I can make anything I want. I'm a powerful child of God, and I can have it all if I need to, if I wanted to. And when I say all, I'm not talking about finances, I'm talking about anything.
And what do you have message for my listener?
Oh, for the listeners, I definitely have an advice. When I was going through a lot of challenging times, and I always am challenging times. Before I had no money, and I was homeless, and I had challenging times, and somebody tried to kill me 9 times. It was challenging. Right now, I have different challenging times. I'm not homeless, but I have different challenges I deal with to protect humanity. But one thing I would want to say for listeners that whatever the problem is in front of you, you do have minimum 3 solutions. So don't ever waste a second on your problem. Start wasting your time on solutions, because people, and it drives me nuts, and I'm not gonna lie, when I see that and I'm like, why people actually wasting their time on the problem? Because eventually they have to still go find the solution how to fix the problem. And as I said, the good news is that every problem does have minimum 3 solutions. So whatever the problem is in front of you today, if it's someone's death and you feel sad, there's the way to overcome the sadness. If you're not healthy, you have a way to overcome unhealth. I mean, especially health. You definitely shouldn't be sick. Like, there's no one in the world can come to me and prove that we should be sick. There's no curable disease. Incurable disease cannot be cured. It's a lie. Everything is a lie. In my opinion, everything is a lie. All diseases are 100% curable and pretty fast. So do not waste your energy and your time on the problem ever, no matter how bad and big the problem is. Start immediately putting your time on the solution, and you're going to see how your life is going to change around.
Thank you. Thank you in my name of my listeners. I really enjoyed this talk, and thank you. You were here.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.